Hi children, welcome back to our channel. In this video we are going to discuss about the one of the most important question, and that should be as mentioned short answer question number 5 in our textbook. Most important topic, most important topic this is children. That's why you have to watch the video very clearly up to last without any skip. So that is our topic is here. What it is? Critical angle and total internal reflection of light. What is meant by critical angle and what is the total internal reflection? And after that, is there any uses of total internal reflection or applications of total internal reflection? And according to the application of total internal reflection, we have one more short answer question is there, that is question number 6, formation of mirages. So these two questions must be discussed in this video. Children, without late I am going to the topic. Critical angle. What is the critical angle? When the light is moving from denser medium to the rarer medium, for particular angle of incidence, the angle of refraction becomes 90 degrees. Then the particular angle of incidence is called critical angle. When the light is moving from denser medium to the rarer medium, for which angle of incidence, angle of refraction becomes 90 degrees, then that particular angle of incidence is called critical angle. So that is the definition of critical angle. So let's go for in detail. Children, already we know that Snell's law. What is Snell's law? Sin I by sin R. Mu is equals to sin I by sin R. What is mu? Refractive index of the medium. And what is I? Angle of incidence. And what is R? Angle of refraction. What is that? Angle of refraction. The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction, that should be called one constant, that is famously known as Snell's law. The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction gives a constant, that is what we call here mu. Mu is equals to sin I by sin R. The ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction gives a constant, that should be called as Snell's law. So here sin I by sin R is equals to mu, that is constant. When we are taking mu is constant, what do you write? Sin I is proportional to sin R. Sin I is proportional to sin R. Sine of angle of incidence is directly proportional to the sine of angle of refraction. When I is small, R also small. When I is more, R also more. Based on that, we are going to explain. Clear? Mu is equals to sin I by sin R. Generally, it is called as the Snell's law. When mu is constant, the ratio of these two must be always a constant, and that constant value must be equal to the refractive index of the medium, particular medium. It is a constant value. Then when mu is constant, what do we write relation? Sin I is proportional to sin R. Sin I is proportional to sin R. So here children, there is one diagram on the board. Here, what is the definition? When the light is moving from denser medium to the rarer medium. That means here first condition for critical angle is what? The light must be moves from denser medium to the rarer medium. Generally, what is meant by denser medium? The medium which has more density, that should be called as the denser medium, and the medium which has the lesser density, that should be called as the rarer medium. If you can take some air and water, these two are the medium of light. For example, the light is passing through the air and water. Then air should be taken as the rarer medium and water should be taken as the denser medium, because in water the density is more. Clear? That's why here in case of critical angle the light must be moved from denser medium to the rarer medium. That is the first thing you have to remember. So that's why here in diagram we are showing now it is the one interface. This is what? Interface. The horizontal line what I am showing now it is interface. That interface means what? Which can separate the two media. So below this one we have denser medium and above that one we have rarer medium. Denser medium and rarer medium, and this is the one line that should be separates or joins the two mediums. That is what you have to say interface. And now here the source of light. Here what is this one? S. S is the what? Source of light. So here S is means what? Source of light. Source of light must be in denser medium. And now here from that source so many light rays are moving towards the interface, and after that some of the rays are enter into the rarer medium. That means what you have to say, in this case the light is moving from denser medium to the rarer medium, and when the rays are enter into the rarer medium, refraction of light takes place. That's why children here the entire thing should be in diagram only. That's why you have to watch it very carefully. So just now only what I told you, sin I is proportional to sin R. Here this is the source of light. I am this point I am taking, this is O, and this is now first light ray OA. Clear? Incident ray is what? OA, and A dash is the refracted ray. This is what? Incident ray, and this is what? Refracted ray. And similarly here now it is OB is the another incident ray, and B dash. Here OB is the another incident ray, and B dash is the another one. And similarly here OC is the another incident ray, and now C dash. C dash is the second refracted ray. Now OD, and this is D dash. Next thing here what is OE and E dash. Here the refracted ray should be along the interface. That's why I am showing here this is E dash. And next thing is what? OF. This is the OF, and this is the F dash. This is the now reflected ray. And next thing is OG, and it is G dash. Clear children? You have to look at the diagram. In that OE is the source of light. Here OA is the first incident ray, and after that the light rays enter into the rarer medium. That's why here it is the refracted ray A dash. What is that? A dash. A dash is the refracted ray. OB is the another incident ray, and that is enter into the rarer medium. B dash is the second refracted ray, and OC is the third incident ray, and C dash is the another refracted ray. Similarly here OD D dash, and OE E dash, and OF F dash, FF dash, and OG G dash. So here now let's go to the topic here children, very clearly into the diagram. When the light is moving from the source from denser medium to the rarer medium, the incident rays have different angle of incidences. When the light is having different angle of incidence, and they have different angle of refraction also, because already just now we discussed sin I is proportional to sin R. I is proportional to R. That means what? When angle of incidence is increases, R also increases. According to that, in the diagram, I is changes, R also changes. Clear? And now children, in this case, here sin I is proportional to sin R. I am saying children now here sin I and sin R. So first we go for OA. OA is the incident ray, and now here A dash is the refracted ray. So children, in this case for light ray OA, the angle of incidence is 0. Angle of incidence is 0. Then angle of refraction also 0. Generally, how we can find out the angle of incidence and angle of reflection or refraction? Simply here we can take, for example, this is the interface. What is that? That is the interface. On that interface, for example, I am showing here, this is the incident ray, and this point is commonly what we call point of incidence. At that point of incidence, we are drawing one normal. This is what? Normal line, and this is what? Interface, and this is what? Incident ray. Clear, children? Now this is the normal and this is the incident ray, and here there is some angle between these two. That should be what we call angle of incidence. The angle between incident ray and normal is called angle of incidence. Clear? So, and if it goes like this, now it is the refracted ray. This is what? Refracted ray, and this is the normal. And again there is some angle between these two, that is what we call angle of refraction. What is that? Angle of refraction. So generally in this way we will find out the angle of incidence and angle of refraction. At the point of incidence we have to draw the normal, and then there is angle between the incident ray and normal, that should be taken as the angle of incidence. And there is some angle between the normal and refracted ray, and that should be mentioned as the angle of refraction. So in this way we will find out the angle of incidence and angle of refraction. And next thing, children, you have to remember one more thing. When the light is moving from denser medium to the rarer medium, the light ray, refracted ray must be just moves away from the normal. That's why in this case R is greater than I think most of you learned in the 10th class. When the light is moving from denser medium to the rarer medium, oka light ray anedi denser nunchi rarer medium ki veltunnappudu, the refracted ray must be moves away from or bends away from the normal. That's why in this case the angle of R is greater than angle of I at every case. Clear? You have to remember that point. Light ray anedi డెన్సర్ మీడియం నుంచి రేర్ మీడియంకి వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఆ రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ రే ఏమవుతుందంటే నార్మల్ లైన్ ఇలా ఉందనుకోండి, దాని నుంచి దూరంగా వెళ్ళిపోతుంది, బెండ్స్ అవే ఫ్రమ్ నార్మల్. దట్స్ వై ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్ అట్ ఎనీ ఫర్ పర్టికులర్ సిచ్యువేషన్ యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్ మస్ట్ బీ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఐ. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్ here children, just we are discussing about the OA and AA dash. OA and AA dash. OA and AA dash. OA is what? Incident ray, and AA dash is what? Refracted ray. So here in this case, again this is the interface, and I am saying now this is the OA. At this point, if you can draw the normal line, that should be coincide with the incident ray. That's why here angle of I is 0 and angle of R also 0. That is a special one. When the light ray is moving like this, the light is going to be refracted, but it is normal to the interface. There is no deviation of light in its path. OA dash, it should be straight. There is no deviation of AA dash. For that reason is what? Sin I is proportional to sin R. When I is 0, R also 0. That's why here we are showing like that. Clear? And after that, children, we can go for second one. What is that? Second one, OB. OB is the next second ray, and this is the point of incidence. There we have to draw the normal line. Now this is I1. Angle of incidence is what? I1, and this is R1. Angle of refraction is R1. So we have to observe in this diagram, after refraction the light rays bends away from normal. This is the normal, and the light rays moves away from the normal. Clear? And next thing here, same thing for third ray, it is I2 and this is R2. Now in this case you have to observe I1, I2 values. I2 is greater than I1. So in the second diagram, third diagram and fourth one, in this case also you have to observe I value is increase. For the first one, I value is 0. Next one is we are saying some I1, I2, I3. So here value of I2 is greater than I1. Value of I3 is greater than I2. So when we are going like towards like that, I1, I2, I3, its values are increase. That means we are able to increase the angle of incidence. When we are going to try to increase the angle of incidence, angle of refraction also increases. That is shown by the second, third and fourth one. First, second, third, fourth. Clear? When I is 0, R also 0. After that, further, angle of incidence is increase. Angle of incidence is increases, then angle of refraction also increases. And after that, children, now we are coming to the main definition. So if we can take this ray, what is that? OE. What is that? OE. We are taking some, this is the OE. Clear? That should be like this. I am showing separately here. In the same diagram we are having, it is the denser medium and this is the rarer medium, and this is now here OE. Clear? This is the incident ray that should be coming from denser medium. And in this case, OE, at this point of incidence, we are going to draw again normal. This is the normal line, and this is here angle of incidence. Angle of incidence. And now here it is the refracted ray. What is that? Refracted ray. That means when the angle of here showing like this, the light ray is coming from source and there should be incident on that one. The refracted rays must be gauges along the interface. That should be moving along the interface in the rare medium. Clear? So that should be shown like this here. This is incident ray. From that, the ray is going to be moves along the interface. Moves along the interface, and that should be in rare medium. So here I am showing like this. Here this is the incident ray, and the ray is moving like this. It is refracted. Refracted means what? The ray is entered into the rare medium. So but that should be moves along the interface. When it is moving along the interface inside the rare medium, the angle of refraction is 90 degrees. Angle of refraction is 90 degrees. When the angle of refraction becomes 90 degrees, then here for that situation, the angle of incidence what we have taken, that should be called critical angle. Now this is what? Critical angle. Clear, children? Got my point? When the light ray is moving from denser medium to the rarer medium, for which angle of incidence, angle of refraction becomes 90 degrees. Light ray అనేది డెన్సర్ మీడియం నుంచి రేర్ మీడియంకి వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు మనకి రిఫ్రాక్షన్ జరిగిన తర్వాత యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ రిఫ్రాక్షన్ అనేది 90 డిగ్రీస్ కావాలి. 90 డిగ్రీస్ అయినప్పుడు ఎప్పుడైతే యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ రిఫ్రాక్షన్ 90 డిగ్రీస్ అవుతుందో అప్పుడు ఆ రే యొక్క యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ని క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్ అంటాము. క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్ అని అంటాము. క్లియర్? సో దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఐఎమ్ సేయింగ్ హియర్. వాట్ ఈస్ క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్? వెన్ ద లైట్ ఈస్ మూవింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ denser medium to the rare medium, denser medium to the rare medium, for which angle of incidence angle of refraction is 90. Angle of refraction is 90. Then that particular angle of incidence is what we call critical angle. Now this is the critical angle. Clear? And after that, now we are coming to the topic of total internal reflection. What is the total internal reflection? Total internal reflection. So for that, we are having some definition. If the angle of incidence is more than the critical angle, when the light is moving from denser medium to the rarer medium, then those rays are completely reflected back into the same medium. That phenomena is what we call total internal reflection. What's that? Total internal reflection. Got my point? When the light is moving from denser medium to the rarer medium, the angle of incidence is more than the critical angle, then the rays completely reflected back into the same medium. That phenomena is called total internal reflection. It is commonly noted as the TIR, total internal reflection. Clear children? That's why here you have to observe now. ఏమంటున్నాడు? వాట్ ఈస్ మీన్ బై టోటల్ ఇంటర్నల్ రిఫ్లెక్షన్ అంటే ఏంటి అంటే, మనకి లైట్ రే అనేది డెన్సర్ మీడియం నుంచి రేర్ మీడియం వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఆ లైట్ రే యొక్క యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ అనేది క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్ కంటే ఎక్కువ ఉండాలి. ఇంతకుముందు చెప్పాను, ఈ డయాగ్రామ్లో మనము ఇక్కడ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి ఇటువైపుకి వెళ్తున్నప్పుడు ఐ వాల్యూస్ పెరుగుతున్నాయని చెప్పాను. క్లియర్? ఐ వాల్యూస్ పెరుగుతున్నాయి. సో ఇక్కడ చూడండి, ఇది క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్ చూపించాం. తర్వాత ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఓఎఫ్, ఒక లైట్ రే తీసుకున్నాను ఓఎఫ్. క్లియర్? సో ఈ ఓఎఫ్ అనే రే ఇక్కడ ఇన్సిడెంట్ అయింది. ఇన్సిడెంట్ అయిన తర్వాత ఏమైంది? అది దట్ షుడ్ బి రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్, నాట్ రిఫ్రాక్టెడ్. దట్ షుడ్ బి కమింగ్ ఇన్ టు ది సేమ్ మీడియం. అర్థమైందా? ఈ ఓఎఫ్ అనే రే అనేది ఏమవుతుందంటే రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయ్యి కంప్లీట్గా మళ్ళీ డెన్సర్ మీడియంలోకి వస్తుంది. ఎందుకు? ఇక్కడ ఏవైతే మనం నార్మల్ తీసుకున్నామో ఆ ఇన్సిడెంట్ రే యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ అనేది ఇట్ ఈస్ మోర్ దాన్ ది క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్. వెన్ యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ ఈస్ మోర్ దాన్ ది క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్, యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ ఈస్ ద మోర్ దాన్ ది critical angle, what we observed, the rays are again coming back to the same medium. That phenomena what we call total internal reflection. What do you call children? Total internal reflection. అర్థమైంది కదా? ఈ ఇక్కడ ఏమన్నాం, యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ రిఫ్లెక్షన్ 90 అయితే అప్పుడు ఉన్న యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ ఏమన్నాం? క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్ అన్నాం. తర్వాత ఏవైతే మనం ఓఎఫ్ ఓజీ తీసుకుంటున్నామో ఆ ఓఎఫ్ ఓజీ యొక్క యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ వాల్యూస్ అనేవి క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్ కన్నా ఎక్కువగా ఉంటాయి. అందుకే ఆ రేస్ అనేవి రేర్ మీడియంకి వెళ్ళకుండానే మళ్ళీ బ్యాక్ వస్తాయి. దాన్ని మనం ఏమంటాం? టోటల్ ఇంటర్నల్ రిఫ్లెక్షన్ అని అంటాము. సో చిల్డ్రన్, ఇన్ దిస్ వే వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ది critical angle and total internal reflection. Clear children? And now here mathematically we have one formula. It is the children, here mu to 1 is equals to sin I by sin R. Mu to 1 is equals to sin I by sin R. Here what is mu to 1? Refractive index of second medium with respect to the first medium. So that means simply here I am going to write mu to 1 is equals to mu 2 by mu 1. Clear? Then what is children? Mu 2 by mu 1 is equals to what, right? Sin I by sin R. Mu 2 by mu 1 is equals to sin I by sin R. Okay children, then here mu 2 by mu 1 is equals to sin I by sin R I am saying. Clear? For critical angle, what do you write? I is equals to C. చెప్పే కదా క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్ ఎప్పుడు ఏమనుకోవాలి, యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్సిడెన్స్ మనం C అంటాము. అండ్ అప్పుడు యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ రిఫ్రాక్షన్ ఎంత, 90 degrees. క్లియర్. ఫర్ క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్ I is equals to C, R is equals to 90 and mu2 is equals to 1. Mu2 is equals to 1. Because this is the first medium and this is second medium now. Refractive index of second medium with respect of first one. Generally what we take, second medium what is what? A rarer medium. What is that? A rarer medium. For rarer medium mu value is 1. Then substitute the children. What do you write? Mu2 means what? 1. And I am taking mu1 is mu. Clear? Mu2 is equals to 1 and mu is equals to mu1 is equals to mu. Then what do you write? 1 by mu is equals to sin C by sin 90. Then what do you write? 1 by mu is equals to sin C. 1 by mu is equals to sin C or mu is equals to 1 by sin C. Mu is equals to 1 by sin C. Clear? Mu2 1 is equals to sin I by sin R. Mu2 1 is equals to sin I by sin R. Then mu2 1 is what? Refractive index of second medium with respect of first one. That's what you write. Mu2 1 is equals to mu2 by mu1. Then what you write? Mu2 by mu1 is equals to sin I by sin R. And mu2 value is mu and mu1 is mu. Then what you write? 1 by mu is equals to sin C by sin 90. Why? Because for critical angle I is equals to C, R is equals to 90 and mu2 is equals to 1 and mu is equals to mu. Then substitute what you get? 1 by mu is equals to sin C by sin 90. Then sin C is equals to 1 by mu or mu is equals to 1 by sin C. That is the relation between critical angle and refractive index. మన కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్లో చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. హియర్ mu is equals to 1 by sin C అంటున్నాను. mu అంటే ఏంటి? రిఫ్రాక్టివ్ ఇండెక్స్ ఆఫ్ ది డెన్సర్ మీడియం and C is what? Critical angle. So this is about the children critical angle and total internal reflection. Complete information about the critical angle and total internal reflection. And children, there are some applications regarding this critical angle and total internal reflection. They are on the board. First thing is what? Applications of critical angle and TIR is what? First thing is formation of mirages and working of optical fibers and spectacular brilliance of diamond. మనకి ఫార్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ మిరాజెస్ అనేవి ఎలా ఫామ్ అవుతాయి, దానికి రీజన్ ఏంటంటే క్రిటికల్ యాంగిల్ అండ్ టోటల్ ఇంటర్నల్ రిఫ్లెక్షన్. అట్లనే వర్కింగ్ ఆఫ్ ఆప్టికల్ ఫైబర్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఆప్టికల్ ఫైబర్? The optical fiber will transmit the energy from one place to the another place without loss of any energy. Light energy will be transmitted from one place to the another place with the help of the optical fibers only. Without there is any loss of light, they can transmit the light from one place to the another. And now spectacular brilliance of diamond. ఒక డైమండ్ అనేది ఎందుకు అంత బ్రైట్గా ఉంటుంది అంటే బికాజ్ ఆఫ్ టోటల్ ఇంటర్నల్ రిఫ్లెక్షన్. సో చిల్డ్రన్, ఈ మూడిటి గురించి అప్లికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ TIR I will be explained in the next coming video, because if the video is very lengthy, it is unable to see very clearly with patience. ఎప్పుడైతే వీడియో చాలా లెంతీగా ఉంటుందో యూ హ్యావ్ టు పే మచ్ మోర్ అటెన్షన్. దట్స్ వై ఐ ఆమ్ గోయింగ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ద రిమైనింగ్ థింగ్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ కమింగ్ video. I hope you understand. If you can understand this video, like, share, comment the video, and we will meet in the next video with some interesting topic. Bye, take care.